What up, everybody? This is JP from Off the Ball Network, giving you a recap of the NFL in Week 6. Man, I tell you what, we got to get through these games right here because the NBA season is back, and I'm going to be super busy, but we're going to still put out these videos of these recaps and everything because it was a great football weekend. Before we get into the recaps, make sure you subscribe down below to Off the Ball Network. For more of your sports content and everything, check us out on our social media platforms, and also check out offtheballnetwork.com, where you get articles, podcasts, anything you need from Off the Ball Network. It is right there in your hands and everything. Shout out to Off the Ball Network folks and the guys behind it, man, doing their thing and everything. And man, I've seen the subscribers growing, so thank y'all so much for subscribing to the channel. Let's go ahead and grow this out so we can be the only 4-letter sports network in the world. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Thursday night we saw the Buccaneers going up against the Eagles, where we saw Tom Brady throw for 2 touchdown passes, throwing for 297 yards. Defeated the Eagles 28-22. Leonard Fournette had a really good game. 22 carries, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown, always just that secret weapon that Tom Brady got, because everybody's looking at Mike Evans or Godwin. 9 receptions, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. You forgot Antonio Brown is a difference maker when he has the ball in his hands and everything. So, but 28-22, the Buccaneers is doing really good right there in the NFC South. Then we have the Dolphins versus the Jaguars, where we saw the Jaguars actually won their game. What? Man, you thought they would be 0-17, but they won against the Dolphins. 2 of us is Trevor Lawrence. They played really well. They went at each other like they did back in college, but 23-20 with a field goal ending their skid right there, 53 yards. James Robinson, 17 carries, 73 yards and a touchdown. Tua played really well, 33 out of 47, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence played really well. So, man, okay, the sky's the limit. It's looking pretty high. I'm just kidding. I mean, Urban Meyer is still going to be leaving, but they got their first win. So, congratulations to Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence. The Packers versus the Bears, the AKA the I Own You game. Well, Aaron Rodgers is now 22-5 against the Bears. Packers defeated the Bears 24-14. Aaron Rodgers, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, the last couple possessions by Aaron Rodgers is just phenomenal, and just looked at the fans and said, I own y'all. I own this city. So he don't even have to say anymore. Like I said, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 out of 23. Devontae Adams, 4 receptions, 89 yards. Packers, I got you a good idea. Please get OBJ out of Cleveland. Put him on the Packers squad. Devontae Adams can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself in the receiving corps. We thought Randall Cobb would do something, but he's not doing anything right now. If you could get OBJ, I mean, y'all will go super far, because we don't need Aaron Jones to be a receiver and a running back at the same time. Let him just be a running back. Sincerely, Off the Ball Network, JP. And we have the Bengals versus Lions. Bengals had a really good performance against the Packers last week, and they put on a good show right here. Joe Burrow, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, they beat the Lions. I mean, nothing else to say, but you know, Dan Campbell ranting on how Derrick is really that awful of a quarterback. But it is what it is, though. I mean, you can't really stop the Bengals. The Bengals is a really good team. They're 4-2. We have the Colts versus the Texans. What really much of a game. The Colts destroyed the Texans 31-3. Davis Mills struggled really badly. Jonathan Taylor, man, was unbelievable. 14 carries, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, pretty much just gave him the knockout punch right there. I mean, the Texans could not even score couldn't score the football. Second quarter, they only scored 3 points. It's just wow. It's just a field goal they scored. They just couldn't do anything against the Colts. The Colts defense, the front line and the linebacker core, they're good. They're very underrated. Watch out for them. I'm just telling you, Darius Leonard, South Carolina guy, really good. Rams versus the Giants. Wasn't really much of a game. Sorry, Giants. Sorry, Chris LeBron and all the New York Giant fans. Rams defeated the Giants 38-11. Matthew Stafford, 22 of 28, 251 yards, 4 touchdowns. Darrell Henderson had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown, too, as well. Coop had a nice game. I mean, a nice game. 9 receptions, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. The defense forced 4 turnovers on the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones couldn't do anything. I mean, just couldn't do anything. So, Rams is looking really good. They're 5-1 right now, 3-0 away. Looking good. They're looking good. And then we see the Chiefs versus the Washington football team, and where we saw the Chiefs defeated the Washington football team 31-13. Patrick Mahomes, just like struggled in the first half, and then he bounced back in the second half. So don't know what's going on with Patrick Mahomes. Don't know what's going on with the offense, but I'll tell you what, the defense finally played, because they always let teams score 30, 40 something points. So, I mean, it's just like they're just in and out. Darrell Williams, 21 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce had a pretty good game. He didn't score a touchdown, but he had a good game, 99 yards, 8 receptions. So they bounced back and beat Washington 31-13. Like I said, Washington's a disappointing team. They're just a disappointing team to watch, because we thought they'd be really good with that defense they have, and they've just been disappointing. Then we saw the Vikings versus Panthers. This one went into overtime. This one was really good. Kirk Cousins had himself a really good game. 33 of 48, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook came back, 29 carries, 140 yards, and a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 11 receptions, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Darnold struggled again, but you can't help it that you don't have Christian McCaffrey. So, and Kirk Cousins was just, they played. They really played. They're 3-3 now. Hopefully they can compete in the NFC South. I mean, not South, but North. But hopefully they'll play. Hopefully they'll play. But without Dalvin Cook, the Vikings can't really do anything. I'll just say that for sure. Then we get into the shock to me of, the NFL weekend. The Chargers, they shut down Justin Herbert, the Ravens. The Ravens shut down Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert couldn't do anything. I mean, just couldn't do anything. Lamar Jackson, with the pieces he have around him, just played unbelievable. Mark Andrews, unbelievable. If you're talking about who's going to be in the MVP race, you better put Lamar Jackson's name up there, because he's balling. He is balling right now with Baltimore. He's proven to y'all that he don't even have to be like a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers. He could just be himself, so. But 34-6, the defense played really good against the Chargers. Really good. When you think the Chargers could do something offensively and can throw, but they couldn't do anything. Then we get into the Cardinals versus the Browns. This is a chance for the Browns to finally put a loss to the Cardinals, because the head coach is out with COVID. So is another player. Chandler Jones was out. Everybody was out with COVID. And they still lost. Still lost. Because Baker Mayfield is horrible. I understand that you don't have Nick Chubb playing. Kareem Hunt got hurt early. But you got to prove yourself in your contract year that you could play, that you could be elite. And you're not elite, Baker Mayfield. I am sorry to say that. Kyler Murray threw 4 touchdown passes, which is unbelievable. And this is what I'm telling you. OBJ is going to get frustrated because he ain't getting the ball. He ain't getting the ball. He's trying to do everything he could. He's not a distraction. So, Packers, if you could just get OBJ, just get him out of this misery that you call Cleveland, because Baker Mayfield is not the answer. He is not the answer. Cleveland Browns, I beg to differ. Put Case Keenum in. I don't care. Put Case Keenum in, because he will do a lot better than Baker Mayfield can right now. Just awful. But Donovan Peoples played really well. 4 receptions, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns for Cleveland. But like I said, the Cardinals is still undefeated, 6-0. The best team in the NFL. They're just unbelievable. And they did it without Chandler Jones and the head coach. Come on now. That's embarrassing for Cleveland Browns. They on paper look good, but they're playing awful. Then we see the Raiders bounce back after the distraction of the emails by the old head coach. They came and beat the Denver Broncos 34-24. Derrick Carr, he putting up some MVP numbers here. 18 of 27, 341 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 53 yards, 16 carries, 1 touchdown. They played really well. The Raiders bounced back from last week's loss. I guess they were just ready for Gruden just to step down and get rid of him and everything. And they came out and just guns blazing right there. And the Denver defense couldn't do anything on the Raiders offense. I'll say that for sure. The Cowboys versus the Patriots, really good game. Went into overtime. Cowboys really pulled off the victory, 35-29. They're the second best team in the NFL to me. Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback, 36 of 51, 445 yards, 3 touchdowns. I love that pass to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb played unbelievable, 9 receptions, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, this was a back and forth game right here, but it was a wild game. But Dak Prescott is elite. I'm telling you, he is elite. That Cowboys team is looking super, super good. And they're not playing with Pro Bowlers on defense. I'm just telling you. They are looking really good. Trayvon Diggs is unbelievable. He is going to be a Defensive Player of the Year along with TJ Watt. I mean, he is lights out on that defensive corner end, like unbelievable. Then we have the Seahawks versus the Steelers. This is Russell Wilson-less game right here. Geno Smith is like, oh wait, we're gonna beat the Steelers. Nope, not just it didn't happen. Geno Smith fumbled the ball like in the clutch moment. Horrible, just horrible. Led to the Steelers' game-winning field goal in overtime. Ben Roethlisberger had 229 yards and a touchdown. 23-20 the final score. Everybody's talking about the Shannon Sharp versus the DK Metcalf beef. Well, like Shannon really expressed his feelings about DK Metcalf's play where he should have went out of bounds. He should have went out of bounds. I'm just going to say that I understand the pride, but he should have went out of bounds just to be smart. DK Metcalf go back at him, talk about his resume and everything. After, Shannon was like, hey, pray that you get a complete resume to mine and all that, That was kind of a little shady, Shannon, but oh well, But DK was like, you wash up wannabe. Man, you better go back and look at the man's resume. The man's a Hall of Famer for no reason for a reason at all. Unbelievable player, unbelievable time. He don't get as much love as people think. He should get much love. Everybody talking about Tony Gonzalez, Kellen Winslow, Gronkowski. Shannon Sharp was the truth. He was the truth. He'll back it up. He'll talk and back it up. Just saying. The only thing that DK Metcalf's changing is the hairstyle. It is what it is. But Steelers won 23-20. Then last night's game, the Bills and Titans. Derrick Henry is unbelievable. I'm just going to say that for sure. Derrick Henry is unbelievable. Like, we can talk about Josh Allen throwing 353 yards, 47, 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 20 carries, 143 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, these are like freaking Jim Brown numbers, or like Earl Campbell on Monday Night Football when nobody can stop him when he's outrunning the freaking secondary. Freaking 6'3", 238 pounds, just power and speed. And I mean, goodness gracious, like, this guy is unbelievable when he touches the football. And I'm just going to say that for sure. Yeah, I'm just going to say that for sure because, man, yeah, we could talk, like I said, we could talk about Josh Allen throwing 3 touchdowns and 353 yards for Buffalo. They still lost. Derrick Henry just a talent. And what a nice catch by Julio Jones, too, as well. That was a really nice catch, too. But that's the NFL recap right here. Comment down below. Tell me what was your favorite game. And, what was your biggest winner, your biggest loser? Just comment down below. Subscribe to Off the Ball Network for all your sports needs. And check out our social media platforms and follow us on offtheballnetwork.com. Man, you find so many articles, podcasts, clips, anything you need on offtheballnetwork.com. We're going to get really heavy into the NBA Season 2 as well. Man, it's such a great time to be at Off the Ball Network. Just go ahead and subscribe and follow us and follow the movement. I'm JP, and we're out of here.